Our operations, as you know, are El Gallo and San Jose, and as per Andrew's comment, we're not supposed to aggregate them, but I'd like to talk a little bit more at a high level as a company. During 2016, these operations were not lacking their own sets of challenges, ranging from ore body widths, metallurgy, and other operating issues that our people overcame with hard work and ingenuity. Looking at it on a consolidated basis, these two operations contributed in the first quarter of the year nearly 38,000 gold equivalent ounces and an average sustaining cost of about $814. You can see the cost for each highlighted there. And looking at the whole of 2017, we're going to produce a total of 144,000 ounces at an all-in sustaining cost of an average of $935. Being more specific, we expect to have our annual production come from the Gallo gold mine at $900 an ounce and from the San Jose gold mine at $990 per ounce on an all-in sustaining cost basis. As our mines mature, it will be natural to see costs increase with depth and complexity of operations that we're starting to see. When we look at the production, we're continuing to produce at similar levels as in 2016, with a slight increase in the amount of silver being produced in the whole of 2017 in comparison. And I want to draw your attention to the fact that the percentage of what silver composes of our production is remaining fairly steadily, but that will change as we move forward in time. Our complete portfolio of operations is composed of 6 key assets: El Gallo Gold, San Jose, Gold Bar, El Gallo Silver, Los Azules, and our 4 properties that we acquired in the Timmins camp. Our cornerstone, El Gallo Gold, in operation since 2013, is now a mature late-stage operation where mining is getting deeper. Nonetheless, we plan on producing 50,000 gold equivalent ounces from it. Meanwhile, we're seeking to explore and develop the rest of the district. At San Jose, where we are joint venture partners but not operators, production is expected to continue contributing a valuable dividend to us. Operations there continue to evolve, allowing us to access new veins. Gold Bar is our next project, nearing the end of a permitting process, and will become our newest operation as we enter its construction phase. The El Gallo Silver project is being reviewed to improve its economics and advance it towards becoming the continuity of our Mexican business. Los Azules continues to hold our largest value potential, and as such, we're continuing with advanced exploration and engineering activities to unlock its value under the direct leadership of Donald Brown, Senior Vice President of Projects. Our newly acquired properties in the Timmins camp represent a significant increase in our resource base and an important asset to push quickly into production. Growth in our portfolio can come from developing new operations such as Gold Bar, growing new operations from our existing asset base, such as El Gallo Silver, or acquiring properties to develop as we recently did with Lex and VG. However, if an exciting opportunity arises, we will look at operating other assets with the right qualities and locations. In the same light, if the right party comes along to invest and develop Los Azules, we will engage with them to unlock its value. As part of our growth, we're pursuing new technologies and approaches that could enhance our ability to generate value from our assets, develop new assets, or enter new fields. For this, we've tasked Nathan Stubina, one of our senior executives, on a full-time basis to look for these opportunities. Our growth opportunities are tangibly there. We do have a geographical diversity that reduces local risk exposure, as well as naturally tiered development in our project pipeline. We have in Nevada the Gold Bar project, almost ready to start construction with great exploration opportunities in it. We now have 4 projects to develop and explore in the Timmins camp. And at El Gallo district, in addition to the El Gallo gold mine, we have the Gallo Silver project in a well-endowed district with a number of known gold occurrences and an opportunity to grow. In Argentina, at Minera Santa Cruz, operations continue strong with a substantial exploration program in place to extend the life of the operations and develop new resources in the district as a whole. And last, but certainly not least, the Los Azules copper project in the high Andes is being advanced through exploration as well as engineering studies required to deliver in the 3rd quarter of this year a new PEA study with enhanced economics. 2017, in fact, is a very important year as we look forward to a new stage in the company and we start investing in our assets for growth, with permitting expected to be completed later in the second half of the year and construction commencing at Gold Bar. Also, in the latter part of the year, we expect to be making a construction decision on El Gallo Silver as we complete the ongoing value engineering studies that are in progress. With the Timmins properties, we started the feasibility study work required to produce a plan for development later in the year. And on the exploration front, we now have as part of our team Sylvain Gerard joining us as Senior Vice President of Exploration. At the El Gallo District, we are continuing with renewed interest in looking for buried mineralization that does not outcrop, and sulfides which are prevalent in the region. Sylvain will further explain. At Los Azules, the exploration drilling and various fieldwork activities started late last year and conducted earlier this year during the Andean summer confirmed the mineralization continuity. This tells us that we have a robust starter pit for the mine. In parallel, we're also continuing with various engineering studies for Los Azules to address key infrastructure and project issues to enhance the project, which Donald will share with you. In 2018, we will be fully into construction at Gold Bar and expect commissioning during the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, we expect to start construction at the El Gallo Silver Mine while we complete oxide mining operations at the El Gallo Gold Mine. Also, during that time, we expect to be starting to develop, on a fast-track basis, our newly acquired properties in Timmins. At the Los Azules, we expect to be conducting feasibility studies during the year. By 2019, we expect to be fully in production at Gold Bar and restarting exploration on the property after a permitting-related hiatus. During the first half of the year, we see ourselves commencing to produce from high-grade silver at El Gallo Silver, while continuing with residual gold production from the oxide operations today. At Timmins, we envision the first project to be fully in operation, with a second one being developed for production later in that year. Meantime, at Los Azules, feasibility work is expected to be advancing toward completion, with preparation of an environmental impact study in progress for preparation for permitting. As we think of the future, our production profile will see us coming through a production drop in 2018, which you can see in the third before last bar, down to 124,000 gold equivalent ounces, and as we prepare to step up our production to over 220,000 gold equivalent ounces starting in 2019, with contributions from Gold Bar and El Gallo Silver. Keep in mind that as you look at this slide, the Timmins assets are not accounted for yet. This will effectively move us from being a 140,000 ounce class producer up to a 240,000 ounce per year class producer. And this is just the first growth step. A following step will come from the properties in Timmins, and then further on, we expect to see a further growth step coming from the production of copper at Los Azules. The purchase of Lex and VG, from which we got the Timmins properties, was in fact, when we compare it to recent transactions at the Timmins camp, very attractively priced, with a 30% premium. With the resources we acquired at Timmins, we boosted our resource base by 37%, with a significant portion of these resources being nearly development ready in the form of high-grade mineralization, while issuing only a small amount of extra shares. At the Gold Bar mine in Nevada, which is our most advanced development asset and project, it promises to become the cornerstone of our future growth. Engineering is progressing and step-by-step confirming the positive project economics, as you can see in the slide. Project costs are being confirmed with engineering and procurement progress. We very importantly have accomplished work tapping into the expertise of the development of other mines in Nevada. We have confirmed the recovery basis for the metallurgy, and that's also taking the risk out of our process flow sheet. Looking at Gold Bar's timeline, it remains on track for a positive record of decision from the U.S. Bureau of Land Management in the fourth quarter of 2017. And the mandatory 45-day public comment period was completed earlier this year, with comments lodged by various stakeholder and regulatory agencies that have been successfully addressed, allowing us to continue as planned. As we see it now, we will be initiating construction as planned at the end of the year, with ore mining and pad loading starting in the third quarter of 2018, in time for project commissioning and commercial production at the end of 2018. So 2018 will be a very busy year at Gold Bar. At Gold Bar, also the exploration opportunity to extend the mine life and develop new targets is very high, and we plan on restarting exploration when we receive our permits. The El Gallo gold mine has been a cornerstone operation for McEwen since 2013, and in the two pictures at the bottom, you can see the two pits we're mining from at this time. However, it is now coming to the end of its life. As we move in 2018, oxide mining will be completed with residual heap leaching continuing for a couple years. The heap leach at El Gallo Gold contains a significant amount of gold and silver. We are now evaluating how to profitably reprocess them. The deposits at El Gallo Gold do not extinguish themselves. They transition from oxide into gold and polymetallic sulfides, and our brownfield exploration program is focusing into this transition and sulfide zones, looking for the opportunity to develop them economically. At El Gallo Silver, we undertook at the end of 2016 a value engineering effort aimed through a series of internal studies to reduce the capital and operating cost of the project to deliver by the fourth quarter of this year a project to make a construction decision on and advance quickly into construction and operation. This work so far is showing more robust economics and a strategic opportunity to have a mill available at the El Gallo district, which could help eventually unlock the value of the district together with further exploration. With the acquisition of the Timmins properties, we are now located in the middle of a significant gold producing district that has produced to date over 70 million ounces of gold. These four properties contain themselves 1.47 million ounces of gold in measured and indicated resources ready to be developed. And as a comment, that is a very important fact. It's there and we can go after it. The development concept that is being applied to take a full advantage is using excess installed milling capacity in the Timmins camp and thus reduce our capital requirements and construction timelines, with the opportunity to rethink the approach to take in terms of open pit and underground mining methods, trying to achieve the best economic solution to take advantage of any technologies available, including the selection of mining methods. Our plan is to advance on a fast track towards completing feasibility with the first study available by the first quarter of 2018 for a development decision. In parallel, exploration will be restarted to increase the resource base available.